green light, go. Ties burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right?
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Run 80, green 80. Check, 47. Don't get nervous. Hey, alert 3. Joker. Hey, easy.
Rivers on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And now it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Third and short yardage, Rivers. And he's got a man open, that's Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Charger first down, Rivers hooking up with Allen.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Load it. Load it. Wait, 89.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try to. Hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check red. Katie Watson.
Now a give, right side. Phillips. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Flacco. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
51, Mike 51, exit, 49, check 49, check 49, check 31, check 31.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Round 80. White. You think you won't get this? Cross the right. You think you won't get this? Peek out. Behind.
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
"51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Passing play. Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Hey, let's go. Wait. I'm going to run you over.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
First down, Rivers. He's got it to Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Rivers now, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton.
Dad, 20, 58, come on.
On 3rd down, Phillips. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Phillips. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down now, it's Phillips. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. First down, Phillips. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers caught on the left side by Benjamin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Hey, 79! 79!
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Mike's 47.
Run 80! Behind!
On 3rd down, Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
To Gordon, out left. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Rivers pass on target to Hunter Henry, and he'll go down at the 28. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Switch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Kill.
Hey, Rocket. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 49.
Third and long for Rivers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll keep it on the ground. Phillips. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. They go play action. Rivers on the move to his left. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The intended receiver there, Allen. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. He got 29 yards that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Flacco. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult.
And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. X3. 218. Chopper. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, go orange. Watch the ship. Orange. 47 is the Mike.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Set, 180. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Right here, guys. Fight.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
62-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Behind. Wait.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Monday. Yes. Undercut. General West.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down, Broncos.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating off play action, Flacco. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Pull it together. Shoot.
Hey, Delta. 12.
On 1st and 10, Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Throwing Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You're over here.
Watch 82. He likes to sneak out late.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco, throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Three wide. Check. Protein spill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Flacco now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll try the left side. Phillips. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Big stop. Let's go. Slam, slam, slam.
Now Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And it's complete. Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rivers finding his top receiver. That's Allen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, Rivers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Flacco off play action. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Benjamin. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Watch the call. Red. Switch. Mike 51. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shift. You go tight. You got tight. Wait, 89.
1st down, Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Load it.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing, Rivers. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
One last shot now for Rivers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,
Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.